Chinese martial arts, also known as Chinese Kung Fu, is a major aspect of Chinese culture. It is well known for its incredible power and skillful techniques, mainly due to action movies. Greetings to everyone, my name is Huang, and I'm here to share with you my favorite Chinese martial art weapon, 双节棍, or Nunchucks, as my personal project. I will be introducing the history, function, basic stances, and showcase techniques of the weapon, including a performance at the end of this video. History. Being a very ancient tool, 双节棍's origins are pretty hard to define. Some say that it originated from China, while others claim that it came from Japan. There are many versions of where they originated. Today, I will be presenting the theory that I believe to make the most sense based on my research. The earliest traces of the weapon leads back to the 10th century, where the first emperor of Song dynasty of China, Zhao Kuang-ing, also known as Song Taizu, just successfully formed the Song dynasty around year 960. Being newly formed, the dynasty wasn't stable and was constantly threatened by the Mongolians back then. Ooh la la, said the Mongolians! Look at that weak kingdom! Let's go pillage its villages! And so they pillaged the villages, and Taizu was forced to fight them. As a warrior king, Taizu fought along with his army. Once, his army was forced into retreat by the ferocious horseback Mongolian fighters, into a nearby unpillaged village to recover. While he was recovering, he thought of ways to defend the fierce horseback warriors, and accidentally spotted the farmer's architectural flail. It was made out of 2 connected sticks used to harvest wheat. This gave the emperor an idea of a weapon to use against cavalry. Oh, we could connect 2 long sticks to form a flail. We could swing them at the horse's feet and sweep the riders off balance. Oh, wow, that's such a brilliant idea, my lord. What should we name this magnificent new weapon? We should name it 双节棍, which means 2 connected sticks in Chinese. After the battle, the long chain sticks were shortened for better close-range combat purposes. It was passed down and transmitted to nearby countries of Japan, Philippines, and others, etc., when the countries came in contact around the 14th and 15th centuries with China. Then, it was popularized by the famous Bruce Lee, the Kung Fu movie star that wielded them like crazy. It was then transformed into the 72 centimeters long weapon we know, with 12 centimeters of chains and 2 30-centimeter sticks, mainly made by wood or metal. Next off, I'll be introducing how 双节棍 is wielded and the main basic 8 stances. Before we get into actual wielding, let's understand the basic stances of martial arts. The stances shown are according to the book Chinese Kung Fu, The Philosophical Art of Self-Defense, written by Bruce Lee in early 1963. These stances could serve as warm-up, training, or fighting stances with various use, and also will be incorporated into my set performance as moves. The first stance is Ma Bu, the horse stance, where the body weight is evenly distributed on both legs, while you half squat with your knees pointing at the toes. This stance is used to enhance thigh muscle endurance and is known for its stability when applying. The second one is Gong Bu, the bow stance. The weight is mainly on the front leg, around 70%, with the knee directly above the toes pointing slightly inwards to avoid being stepped on, while the back leg remains straight. This stance is also strong and firm, could be used to transition into attacking blows. 3. Ding Bu, also known as the kicking stance. With the toe pointing downwards, it prepares for a powerful kick. No weight is applied to the front foot, as I can move it around freely, just hovering above the ground, while all my weight is sustained by my back foot. 4. Niu Ma, the twisting horse. Twist the legs into an X-like shape, with the front foot flat on the ground while the back foot heel is raised. This stance is used for quick transitioning or moving into attacks or defend within close range. 5. Diao Ma, the hanging horse. A defensive stance against foot sweeps, low kicks, and weapon attacks, with one foot raised in front of you to protect the body or dodge foot sweeps, and the other is sustaining all weight. 6. Qi Xing, the 7 stars. Most of the weight should be applied on the back leg. This is a countering stance for dissolving away attacks or physical forces and is usually paired with a bow stance. 7. Si Liu, the 4 and 6, with 60% of weight on the back foot and 40% on the front. The stance is also a countering stance that blocks incoming attacks, then prepares for combat. 8. 伏虎, the crouching lion. This stance is a preparation of foot sweeping techniques. One crouches low and attacks the foot. And that's it, the 8 stances of martial arts. Now it is time for the real deal, 双节棍. 双节棍 is a weapon heavily based on swinging. The chain keeps the 2 sticks intact, but it also makes it hard to control. This is why we need to practice receiving. In order to avoid force feedback, we aim for the stick's tiny upper spot to bounce up our biceps to receive the weapon when wielding. Since the chain restrains the stick's area of reach, it creates a certain elastic blind spot that allows users to not harm themselves. Another basic technique would be the switching of hands. To switch, we swing the weapon over our shoulders with one hand, while the other hand comes across to receive it from underneath. Then we pull it out and swing it across another shoulder. On the topic of attacking, the basic form would be the X swings of short-range slashes. Jabbings like those of boxing, which can whip out fast attacks. Long strikes with power with the weapon striking down from above. And side swings that knocks out the breath. Of course, there are much more variations and a variety of moves, but that would take intense practicing and more time to fully explain. Hence, now we should move on to the grand and final part, the performance and demonstration of my practice set.